Here is a Dowland's microwave oven. You can see this we are going to repair, and what is bad with this I am going to show you. I am going to switch it on in the power and then we'll show you. So you can see now this is powered up and the display is coming, but while I am pressing on any button it is not accepting any command, you can say, from the front panel or from the press pad. It is not taking any command. I can give anything, I am giving anything, any command, but it is not receiving any command, but it is switched on, as you can see. So I'm going to make a repair on this one and you will see how to do it. For this one we have to power it off from the mains, and then rear side we have to open all these screws. We are going to open all these screws. These are 4 in number, something like that. So I will open all these and then we'll show you later on inside. After opening all the screws, we have to pry it towards the rear side and then open this cover from and keep this side. And then later on we are going to access this thing. Just this power cord is coming in the way. I'm going to remove it from. And here what we can see is this front panel. Keyboard is located over here. Not keyboard, this front power panel power this is PCB. You can see we can locate it over here, and here is one screw. This one we have to open it, and after opening this screw we can access the front power panel. I'm just going to show you how to, after removing this screw from. So we can remove this screw, and then removing this screw we can bring this panel off. Here are downside, you can see here downside there are 2 clips. We will open those and then this will come off. So the door we have to open, and then by this way it will come off. But first we have to remove these connections, these 2 connections from the relay. We have to remove them. As you can see, without them we cannot remove this board. And then later on this downside connector also I have to remove it from. And now you can see this whole panel had been come in my hand. And what is normally bad is I could do one thing. I had to check over here. This is going to the keyboard, and here is the PCB. The power is distributed from here. Here is a microcontroller. Of course, one can think that the microcontroller went bad, but this is not the thing. The case is normally their keyboards are going bad. So for the keyboard we have to remove it. We have to open it. So we are going to open these screws. I think they are 2 or 3 in my case. So here one I removed, the second one I would have to remove. And then this third one also I have to remove. What is there in the keyboard, just I'm going to show you. This is a matrix keyboard. 4 lines here and 4 lines here. 4 multiplied by 4, 16. So this is a 16 matrix keyboard, fixed 16 lines. The arrangement I'm going to show you, and from here we can open it. Just pull on this connector, and by this way it will come off like this strip. Then this board we have to remove it, as the board is there. So we remove this board, and underneath we can see just this plastic piece, and then this ribbon cable is going in, and here is the front panel. Some people are going to this, there is a glue actually attached. This panel is attached by the glue, so they are going to give temperature over here, provide temperature over here, and then they are going to remove this front panel. So I am going to remove it without temperature even, because this is hot day, so the glue is already melted. So So I can remove this keyboard from, by this way it had been removed from, you can see. So what is bad with this one, these are normally going bad, and this is the matrix keypad. Just I'm going to show you a little bit about this. We can remove it by this way. This is actually disposable. We will throw it away anyway because we cannot repair this keyboard. I mean to say, this existing one we cannot repair, but I'm going to show you the idea how we will do it. The idea is, we will take this circuit, this whole circuit, we will write down on a paper, and then same way we will make a connection and put it in. Just traced all this keyboard on this piece of paper, and now I'm holding on the place where the keys are, the original were. So now I'm going to, using this sharp needle, I'm going to make marks on the panel, something like that. All I marked up to here, all the keys. So now you can see these tiny marks are there, which are just giving me the direction where I will have to make holes. You can see the end, the other side here, the holes should be produced, and then I will make another piece of this piece of board, you can say. This is the old board, just I am reusing it. I will make holes according to these holes where the switches will be. So I will populate all the switches on, and according to this circuit, this circuit, I will connect all the switches interconnected, and then will make a strip like this, but not a strip like this, but I will use a wiring strip like this. And this is also a reusing process. This is from some old computer, and these are the wires I will be bringing from this, and will bring it over here, and then will solder. I mean to say, not over here, but in the way I will do it, and will solder all these connections to the existing bigger PCB. Just remove this connector, I will remove it from, and then here these pins I will solder, and then this will go. So the design will be modified to my own design, something like that. That's what I'm doing. Now I'm going to make a hole in front of you. So grabbing my soldering iron, one can do this hole by using a drill machine, or even a soldering iron can do even. So I'm going to use my soldering iron to do this, something like this, as you can see. So the hole had been produced, and here also the first one I have to do. So this will give me a guideline. Here is what you can see. Just I enlarged all these holes, and now in my hand this PCB is this older PCB. I made holes here also, 3 holes to fix it, and then cutting over here all these places. So this will be some way like this, and then of course what I will do is, I will mark these positions. As you can see, these switches will go over here. This is what is the press switch, a small 4 legs press switch. These are very common, you know. They will go here, everywhere. All these holes, they will be fixed some way like this, as I put one. So this way they will go in, and with a pencil I will mark all these positions of these holes some way like this, so that I will get the marking. I will do it for all. I will get marking, and then according to those marking I will solder. I will make holes in the board some way like this. Here and here I will make holes with a small drill machine, with a tiny PCB drill machine. I will make holes in the board, and then these switches will go in and will be inserted, and then on the other side, while they will come, I will interconnect and will make the cable from. I will show that to you later on. I will do this for all the board. We are making holes in this PCB. You can see this is actually my wall 12 volt, which is not reaching to my workbench. Instead, as the power is not present at the moment, instead I am using it over here. So these are the whatever just marks I put in. So according to those marks I am going to work. This paper had been took up by the drill, so hopefully it will do. I'm stopping it. I will just show you what I did. So this one here, just we are going to put this micro switch in, and let us see it's fixing or not. I don't know. Yeah, it fixed. It is fixed. And from here also we will remove this paper, because no more need of this paper after the drilling. I'm going to put this switch as well. Sorry, this is just I made it a little bit harsh. Yeah, so somewhere like this I will populate all the switches here, and then later on I will show you how I'm interconnecting. Here are these switches. As you can see, we populated all the board, and of course the other side I'm going to show you this one. So here all these switches are exposed and we can press them. Now is the time to translate this circuit. As I translated this all circuit, this is a keypad actually. The two are making one switch, the two prints. One, as you can see, this one, and the other this one. While they are on the top of each other, while they are pressing against each other, they are making a contact. So two wires are coming. One is of course here, this one, and the other one is from here, you can see. And these are eventually coming to the strip where you can see the 8 conductors. This is the strip, and these lines are connected. And how they are connected, they are in a matrix shape, they are connected. And here, this diagram, I just made it 1 to 8 pins, you can see, and then the switches are connected in between all these switches. So these are switches I just show in the way as they are here on the circuit. So I will interconnect these according to this. And the other thing is, each switch have 4 terminals. 4 terminals are how there are 2 switches are performed in between, and 2 terminals are connected together. Just I'm going to show you on the meter polarity. We will see. This is for beginners actually. The experts, they know very well about these switches. So these are interconnected without pressing even, and here these are interconnected without pressing. And while we press on these, there is a switching in between these 2 terminals and these 2 terminals. While we do not press on them, there will be no continuity in between these. I'm going to show you like this. There is no continuity while I'm pressing on. So the continuity is coming. No pressing, the continuity is not there. Pressing, continuity is there. So the long side has a continuity and the short side has no continuity. So we will use a switch in some way like this. This will be some way in between these two, or these two, the switch will be. So this way I'm going to interconnect all this wiring, and then in the end I will connect wires to this. Those wires will be connected to the main PCB. I will show those details to you later on while I will be populating all the wiring over here and the cable also. Here is this all keyboard populated. You can see all wiring had been done according to the wiring schematic, which I just copied from the keyboard, which is here, you can see, and I interconnected. And here is the 8-pin header, which I just prepared. This is an old USB cable from which this 8-pin header had been created. And here is of course this pin headers I just soldered over here, you can see. And this was the older, which was over here, and I replaced this one with this header because this is compatible to whatever this are. Now is the time to fix everything back. The rear side is like this, the front side I mean to say it is like this. And now is the time to fix everything back and fire the oven, fire up the oven. So these 3 screws I just have to put it in. and then very odd location, some capacitor is in the way. So that means the screwdriver I have to put it in. Snug. Now the third one also I have to put it in. Now everything is snug, you can see. Now the pin header I have to connect. The first 4 pins I have to connect like this. The other 4 pins also I have to put this header on, or this connector on these pin headers. So tight and snug, everything like this. Okay, now is the time to fix this thing in the oven. Here are the 2 connectors. One is for the power and the other is for the relay. On the top of relay, this one will go like this. Okay, so I will put this thing in there. I should have to release the door. Like this, and then fix this thing in. Sorry, it will go like this. Yeah, now it's okay. And one screw I have to put it in there. You can see here is the screw I will put in there, so that this will hold this thing, this front, in its place. So now the front is snug, you can see. Let's start. And now is the time to switch on this machine. So I'm going to switch this on. The front, of course, I did not put it in. I will put it on later on, because this glue I will put on the double-sided tape and then we'll put it on. First I have to switch on. Just you will see how this machine is switching on. So now power had been restored and you can see this display is coming. Now the power had been restored and the display is coming, you can see. Now I'm going to switch this thing on and you will see the display also. Now it is switched on and reverse counting is there. Maybe the camera will pick or not. Yeah, now it's picking. You can see the reverse counting is, and the set is on. You can see there is the lamp, here is the fan, and in a little while you will see that it will be switched off. 5 seconds is there, 4 seconds. Now let us see. So this is, and again I have to give the command. Now this is switched on. The other command, switch off, switched off. Now 10 seconds or something like that I have to clear it. Now it's 0. You can see the other command I am giving, this one. So 10 seconds clearing up, 1 minute clearing it up, and you can see 10 minutes. So all the commands now are taking. This keyboard is successful. It's working very well like the original one. So this was the repair on this particular microwave oven. Hope this video will work you if you are in bad situation like this, that your keyboard is bad and you are not going to put the original keyboard in, because the original are again going bad in 1 year, or say some months it will go bad again. So this will be not a good choice to put the original. Instead, making this modification will serve. It is very much cheap and it is very much durable, as well as if one switch will go bad, we can replace it very easily, very cheaply, very low cost. So hope this video will serve you. Thank you for watching. Keep on watching, stay tuned, subscribe and like.